Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to Morning with Lise. I am Lise, child. So listen, today is Wednesday, and we are getting into our daily writing prompts to the Lord. This is a book I created with Yahweh, asking, you know what? Yahweh, you want me to bring, your people to you. You want me to go out and make disciples. So, what can I create for them in order for them to get to know you on their path and not something I'm trying to put on them? I'm just pulling you. I'm just saying, hey, it's another way of life over here. So this is what this book is guiding and teaching and asking those questions. There's more in life. I know there's more in life. I know that there's more to my life and more than to waking up and paying bills and really just being unhappy. It's more to life. Okay. All right, now I have crossed this threshold and I'm saying I want more out of life, but I don't even know how I'm going to get there. What is it that I need to know? Because, people always tell me that I am so smart, but I feel like this. I don't know enough. I don't know enough because there's always something that I don't know. It's always something that I don't know. So it's like I want to know it, but I don't know what I don't know, right? Because you would never think of it if no one even planted the seed to say, hey, have you ever thought about looking at it like this? Okay, so we are going to day 2 of daily writing prompts to the Lord. The Bible verse comes from Hebrews 11:6. And excuse me. And without faith, it is impossible to please the Lord. What we're gonna say, the Lord, because anyone who comes to Him must believe that He exists and that He rewards those who earnestly seek Him. Hebrews 11:6. So the topic is, identify what you believe about God. I put God because everyone needs to figure out what is God to them. What is your God name? Build that relationship. This is not through religion. This is through relationship. Build the relationship. What do that God want you to call them? What is their name? Call me by name. Call me by name. So you're getting to know what it is that you identify over God. So the question is, why do I believe these things I think about God? Example. I grew up listening to others. Number 2, I don't have a good understanding. Number 3, watching others in the church. Number 4, the miracles I saw. And then number 5, the Most High God talks to me. Everyone sees. My throat is really trying to close up. Really trying to close up, but we're gonna get this out because we are going to bring more disciples on this side. You can't stop me. You won't stop me because there are people, the only thing that their problem is, they don't know. And instead of someone teaching them, they beat them down to tell them how much more that they don't know. What sense does that make? You know, I keep on hearing people say, oh, they just ignorant. What does ignorant mean? And then they say, it means you don't know. So should somebody teach them what it is that they don't know? Doesn't it make sense? Like, can you use that as a teaching moment instead of a moment of bashing them and putting them down? So, can we teach each other? Let me ask you these questions. Why do I believe these things I think about God? If you just really just sit back and just be like, well, I learned it. They said it. But did you go check for yourself? Did you go look for yourself? You just went off what somebody else told you. Okay. You grew up listening to others. Do you know Yahweh yourself? That's who I call my God, okay? But do you know your God? I call mine Yahweh. That's what he told me to call him. And Jesus said call him Yeshua. This is for me, okay? This is, hey, planting seeds. So Yahweh says, this is my name. This is what I want you to call me. Talking to him. Okay. My mission, my purpose. I'm trusting, I'm believing that we're in this together and you did not create me just to live this sucky life. So you telling me you created me for me to live my life like this, so miserable, unhappy. I'm going off on people stepping over my boundaries and doing stuff that make me feel uncomfortable. You said what? What? This is supposed to be my life? Everybody attacking me? Me going crazy? Me in a mental asylum? This is my life? This is what you hey. I signed up for this. I couldn't have. So what do you believe? Do you believe that you was not created just to be living the life that you living? And it's like, bro, hold on. Let's take a pause. Let's pause. Cause you know what? I just realized you don't have to be in my life. And then I realized, hold on. I don't gotta be here. Hold on. I know who I am. I'm just not valuing myself. Y'all always talking about simulation. Ain't nobody gonna help me. What is it that I need to learn? What is it that I need to know? Because you ain't telling me that this is my life. So I gotta believe that something else exists, because everybody talking about this God, but I ain't seen what they seen. So how can I see what it is that they keep on saying? Because they keep saying this God and they showing y'all ain't making sense. Yeah. We don't even trust nothing that this Bible say no more, because everything, they taking words out, they putting words in. You got to go over here to a whole nother Bible. It's okay. You learned it, though. Although they try to use these tools for evil, you still learning the truth, right? Because at the end of the day, you're not creating a relationship with the Bible. You were creating a relationship with a Yahweh, right? Okay, we say Yeshua died on the cross for us and he walked the earth and he freed us from our sins. So why we still walking around in sinful ways? So we know all this stuff, but don't nobody really truly know how to walk that life, because the only thing that you are seeing is sin, and the only thing that you're hearing is a God or the God, or everybody calling different names and breaking it up, and at the end of the day dividing each other. But if we say, I know my life's supposed to be a little bit better than this. I see folks happy. I can be happy. I believe it. Can y'all make me happy? That we praying. We praying. Can y'all? I want to be happy. Say it. I want to be happy. Okay. You're building a relationship. What do you need for me to do? What do you need for me to do? Because I see that we're moving forward and we're making changes. I see that. I'm trusting you now. At the beginning of any relationship, what is it? You're going to have a little resistance. Why? Because I don't trust you and you don't trust me. You think Yahweh forgives people. Trusting, he know what you've been through. He know that the battle is hard. He know that. It's okay. But you gaining trust. Each step you making, we're gaining trust. We're not listening to outside people. Oh, they telling you all this stuff is wrong for you. No, don't even listen to that. Ask Yahweh, hey, is this what you want for me in my life? Can you reveal that to me? We're creating a relationship because I know this just can't be my life. I know this just can't be my life. Hold on. Can you send me a sign? We keep on with miracles. Can you send me a sign? Can you show me something? Can you show me something? Because I need to see that I can have more in my life. I see all these people around me and I see a lot of me in them, and I know that, you know, I have this potential to be like that. I want that in my life. I like that. But how am I with them? How am I gonna get out of what it is I'm going through? I gotta get out of this situation. Make a step, make a change. Believe it. Believe that you can do something different. Believe what it is that you're asking for, you can have it. Believe it. You can have it. You may not have it right now because we're gaining trust. We're gaining trust. You have to be washed clean. Don't he tell you that? You got to wash you. You got to be cleaned up. You still in the darkness and you want the light. How can you have to get out of the darkness in order to get to the light. So, the Bible verse. And without faith, it is impossible to please God. You have to have faith. You have to believe that you can get out of that. You have to believe it. You have to trust it. Because anyone who comes to him must believe that he exists. That you know you weren't put on this earth for nothing. You know you have a higher purpose. You know you have a higher mission. You know this. All right, you know this. Because I look around and I say, this is supposed to be my life. No judgment, but just really step outside of the situation and just look like how you looking at somebody on TV or something. Just look. Just pay attention. This is supposed to be my life. So you telling me there's nothing more to my life other than this? This is what I'm supposed to go through? I can't use this for nothing. You know, people, I use the analogy a lot of a seed going into a ground. You know, it's a great analogy with people because you can get down to your lowest. But then I say, you know, seeds go in the ground. Seeds go in the ground. In order for something to grow bigger, it has to go in the ground. You have to be wiped of all of the sinful ways, the negativity, the mindset, the brainwashing. You being cleaned. Trusting that you can continue to move forward and believing that, hey, I don't want this because I know it's more in my life. I know it. I know I can have more. I see the potential in myself, and I know that, I'm really passionate about this, but if I just had that one opportunity, you got to keep moving. You got to keep moving. That one opportunity, it only take one move. It only take one move. I just got to keep going. I just got to keep going. This one move. So now you do get that. You do get that he reward those who earnestly seek him. You get it because you kept moving. Yeah, it only takes that one opportunity, but you kept moving. You kept moving. So now it's like, you see me? You see my light? You see my light? Because I'm not in the darkness no more. People can see you now. Because you came out of the crowd of everybody doing the same thing, the same way, looking the same, being the same. You showed that you got light. You showed that you ain't in a crowd full of blackness. You see me. You see me. Hey, y'all, the earnest reward. Y'all, hey, you see my light. Hey. I wouldn't have gotten here if I have not chosen to seek a relationship with Yahweh. And no, I'm not going to tell you it was easy. Trust is hard, especially when you grew up in a sinful life where everyone did nothing but lie and cheat and steal. You don't trust, and you always have to be on alert. You always have to watch. You don't get no sleep. Like, hey, you telling me that I can have more. You're telling me this. You're telling me this. But I have seen nothing but this. So I got to trust you. I got to trust that this is good. I have to say, okay, I had so much bad going on. Okay, this is, you sure? You sure? Oh, nah, I'm going to just go back. Hold on, I'm going to just go back. No. Trust me. Believe that I'm here to help you. Believe that it's more to your life. Believe that I created you for something greater than what people on this earth is telling you. They're lying to you. That's why they're trying to take words out of the Bible. They did. Translated the Bible wrong. Breaking up languages. Making people on this side of the world think this way and making people on the other side of the world thinking this way. I need them to go this way so we can see how it intertwines and reacts in the people's mind. So what do you believe? Not what society tell you what you believe. Not what the church tell you what you should believe. Not even what your parents tell you what you need to believe. Have you just sat down and asked yourself, what do you believe? Not what someone else want you to believe, but what do you believe? If you had to write everything that you learned about life yourself, not what somebody told you, would you be able to write it down? Or are you going to say, oh, I was just, someone else told me all of this? But did you do your research? Did you find out? Was you fascinated about it? Or did you just take it and say, oh, all right, dang, that happened? But did you do your own research? That's Yahweh. Did you go to him yourself? Did you ask about, what you're supposed to be doing yourself, not what someone else told you? Yes, we are puzzle pieces in each other's life, but at the same time, we have to see how that piece fit in our puzzle. In our puzzle. How are we getting to the finish line of completing our mission in this world? Or why we keep on being in these cycles? Okay. Identify what you believe about God. Who is God to you? Ask, what is your name? What do you want me to call you? And why do I believe these things I think about God? So you have some lines on here. Write down, why do I believe these things I think about God? Who told you this? But also write down, what is it that you believe about your God you serving? About what you are reading? Do you question what you read? Do you ask? What does this mean? I am reading what it is telling me, but I don't know what this means. How does this help me in my life right now? Not you just sit here and you just, it's nothing wrong with just reading the Bible like it's a book, but it's like it could be a tool for you. How can I use this to help me grow? Okay, they took all of this information out of the Bible, but they do have other books that I can go and get in order to get the other information that is lacking from the main Bible. It's okay. It's okay. There are people who are still putting things out. If it is meant for you to find the information, you will find it. You can't keep doing the blame game. It's okay. It is what it is. But as long as you find the right information, you just go along and tell someone else the right information, because you are a puzzle piece in someone else's life to teach them, to click something in their head, to help them along their path, their mission of what it is that they are supposed to be doing. And you are getting rewarded for that because you're trusting and you're knowing that, hey, there is a higher purpose of my life, and I'm not just supposed to be like I am basically a robot doing the same thing day in, day out, like my life just on repeat. I need something a little different. It's like I'm in this nice little bubble, comfortable little bubble. It don't nothing change. And I am an experiment because I'm in a darkness. They want to see how we're moving, how we're going. How long can we keep this going? So, what is it that you believe? What is it that you're supposed to be doing on this earth? What is your mission? What is your purpose? You want to get out of the lifestyle that you're in. And all you have to do is believe that it is more than what they're telling you it is. Who is your God? Not God. What God? Jesus. Jesus' name is Yeshua. That was changed in the Bible. There's plenty of research that shows that his name is Yeshua. Or your pronunciation, because he will tell you, but that is the pronunciation he told me to say. No one can't put on you what it is that you are supposed to believe in your life, a part of your mission. No one can't put that on you. Yeshua's name can be said in so many different ways. And there are so many different languages. The names are not technically the same. Your mission is that God that you are supposed to be talking to, that God that you're supposed to be working with. Because we have to say, so let's say like this. Say you got multiple names. So we're going to say like me. Because my mind went a lot of places. My apologies. My mind went a lot of places. But I want to keep it like level without, making anyone feel uncomfortable. Okay. So I could say my name is Felicia. Okay. So that's the name that I was born with. But when I think of Felicia, I think of a woman who went through a lot of battles and hardship. And, Felicia had to be real strong, okay? Felicia had to always be in her masculine energy. So Felicia was not working with Yahweh. Felicia was working with the God that, she was taught. So, Queen Ariel, because that's my name, child. Queen Ariel is more light and, feminine, and, she talks to Yahweh. She respects Yahweh. She has, what's the word I want to, this leadership, this authority. It's words as though such, like really trusting and being that, that soldier for Yahweh. We putting the words together, child. A true soldier for Yahweh, standing on his side and saying, Yahweh, where you need me to go? What's my mission, right now? What you need me to go over here and teach? Okay, you need me to go over here in this environment to make sure that we show a little bit of love and affection to people and open them up. Okay, so but then we have an Amanda. And Amanda is more mysterious and I want to say spooky. I really want to give you that. So it's like these different names work with different energies, work with different personalities, different sides of those names. They're not the same. Just as, Elohim is the creator. He creates things. So when you're working with Elohim, you're doing more creating, like putting things together in life. You're working with, Elohim. When I work with Yahweh, Yahweh is like your father holding your hand and, teaching you, not judging you, and, really feels bad when he has to punish you. Yeah, that's what I get with a Yahweh. So, I'm hearing, I can't pronounce the name that I'm hearing, but it's Jah. Working with Jah is like reflecting. Peace. Working with Jah. So it's different names associated with different feelings, and no one can't tell you who you're working with at that particular time, at that particular moment. So why do I believe these things? I think about God. That is the question. This is the journal prompt, day 2. And if you would want to share, I would love to just hear, how did I just expand your mind today? What is it that you truly believe? Because we can look at things the way that everyone keep on telling us to look at things, or we can sit back and we can just really ask like, hey, what is my perspective of this situation? Of this debate. Like, everybody's sitting and going at each other, but what is the truth? What is it? Like, some folks just don't believe in nothing, and it's just like, but why do you believe that though? What happened in your life to make you believe that? Who taught you that? It's no judgment, but it's just like, why do you think that way? But have you asked yourself, what is it that you think? Yeah. All right, y'all. So this was daily writing prompts to the Lord, day 2. The link will be down below. Go ahead and get your copy. And let's get started with changing the way that we're thinking, moving us closer to our Lord and Savior. All right, y'all.